I see way too many people texting and driving today. Texting and driving can cause accidents and even deaths. Therefore, no one should ever text and drive. As a driving teenager with a cell phone, of course I have the urge to text, but I fight that urge because, first of all, my dad's a police officer, and so it's been drilled into my head to never do stupid things like that because I've heard of horrific stories because of texting and driving. And second of all, I've lost someone to a texting and drive, or not, it wasn't texting and driving, but it did have to do with driving, and it could have easily been prevented, and so it's something that's always really driven me not to text and drive. Also, I'm just really passionate about this subject. I've created a public service announcement. I don't know if you guys saw that yesterday at DigiCon, but anyways, and then I've been tossing around the different speech ideas I wanted to do, like why you should always wear your seatbelt when you drive, or why you should never text and drive. And I don't know, I kind of felt like the signs were like given to me as I was trying to come up with ideas because I kept hearing stories of like one or the other, and I would keep changing my mind. But then I thought to myself, you know, the amount of people who do wear their seatbelts is a lot higher than the number of people who do not text and drive, and so therefore I felt that I really needed to talk about people, or about why you should never text and drive. I feel that people do not think about the actual consequences that could occur from texting and driving. Within the next 7 to 8 minutes, I will tell you guys 5 reasons why you should never text and drive, including that, first of all, it's illegal. Second of all, your eyes are off the road for an amount of time that nobody really realizes. It's more dangerous than driving drunk, actually. And just because somebody else does not wreck doesn't mean that you're not going to wreck and hurt somebody. And overall, you could hurt or even kill people. To help get rid of texting and driving, I think that all cars should be equipped with hands-free technology. I'll start off with the facts. In her periodical, 4 in 10 Teens Admit Texting While Driving, published in 2014, Maya Rodin says that about 41% of America's driving teens reported that they texted or emailed while driving. 41%. If you have that much urge to text and drive, you need to wrap your phone in chains and put it in your trunk, because that's ridiculous. It is not worth it, and 41% is only the amount of people who admitted it, because a lot of people are afraid to admit that they've texted and driven because they know it's wrong. People know it's wrong, and so when confronted, some say things like, I've done it before, nothing ever happens, or it's quick and easy, I glance up while doing it, I'm good at it. According to an infographic from blog Avoid Distracted Driving, posted in 2012 and published in 2015, which has statistics from the website Distracted Driving, sending and receiving a text takes the driver's eyes off the road for an average of 4.6 seconds, equivalent at 55 miles per hour, which we go a lot faster than that on the highway here. Keep in mind, of driving the length of a football field. A lot can happen during that time across that distance. Being blind allows anything to happen, and the driver is going to have to live, if possible, with those consequences. No one is good at driving blind, I can tell you that. People obviously don't think through the possible consequences. Imagine you are texting and driving and you hit a tree and you put yourself in a coma and you miss out on your young adult life. You are going to have to live with those consequences. Imagine you are texting and driving and you hit a young family and you kill 3 out of 4 of the passengers. You are going to have to live with that. Imagine you are texting and driving and your eyes are off the road for those 4.6 seconds, and during that time you hit your best friend's mom and you severely hurt her or you kill her. You are going to have to live with that. Imagine you're texting and driving and you hit a classmate who wasn't wearing their seatbelt and they are ejected from the car. You are going to have to live with that. Take time to think about the consequences and put down the dang phone. I think that risking your own life is stupid, but risking somebody else's is just plain selfish. Now, this is kind of a sensitive subject for some people, but it's honestly the only way to get the point across to some people. Almost everybody knows somebody affected by texting and driving or drunk driving. Just a few years ago, Lindsberg was affected along with the mother of a classmate and friend here at Smoky Valley High School. And now their life will never be the same. Maya Stockman was driving to work, and she was hit by a drunk driver, and she was put into a coma for a very long time, and no one knew if she was going to survive. After several surgeries, she started to recover, but now she has brain damage and physical damage beyond repair. Opportunities were taken away from this mother and her 3 daughters who really, really need her. According to MarketWired's Shellback Offers Teenagers, published in 2017, texting while driving is 6 times more dangerous than 6 times more dangerous than drunk driving. Now, we always talk about how horrible drunk driving is, yet we still text and drive, and I don't know why. Also, just because you see others text and drive and not get hurt or not get in an accident doesn't mean that you're not going to. As we grew up, we probably saw, as we were coming into new phones and stuff, we probably saw drivers texting, and they were probably in our front seats. According to Scott Wolf, the sergeant at the Lawrenceburg Police Department, a lot of kids have seen their parents text and drive, making them think that it's okay because their parents never got in an accident, their parents never hit somebody, their parents never got hurt. This is simply not true. Not only is it the law, but it puts people's lives at risk. Everybody needs to stop texting and driving no matter their age or how much experience they have driving. Think about the consequences. If you're too selfish to stop for somebody else's safety, stop for your own safety. Put the phone down. It can wait, I promise you. Like, if you don't think it can wait, pull into a parking lot. I do it all the time. Again, there are many reasons to not text and drive, including that it's illegal. Your eyes are off the road for quite some time. It's more dangerous than drinking and driving. And just because somebody else doesn't get in a wreck doesn't mean you're going to. And again, you can hurt or even kill somebody. Again, I see way too many people texting and driving, including classmates, some of my classmates here at Smoky Valley High School. Don't ever be afraid to stop somebody, to tell them to stop texting and driving, because that could mean the difference between somebody's life or death, including your own. You could be saving your own life. Also, don't let me see you, because I'm pledging right now that I will confront you for it. As I talked about in my last speech, technology is always improving, and because of this, our phones are becoming more and more tempting to use even while driving, and also it is becoming easier to install hands-free technology in cars. And if we did that, the roads would become a lot safer.